Put it in it. Welcome to another episode of the People's Mike, Jim Peoples. I don't know who that is. Somebody just sent me a message. Oh, it's Joey Rinaldi.
Oh, it's
Joey said, I said it's nothing weird. I have a one-man show coming up in November, and I was wondering if I could come on the podcast before my show to promote it. Nobody cares, Joey. Come, just come.
Joey.
Promote your show. See that?
Big fan.
This is episode 452 of the People's Mike. Introduce yourself.
My name is Nilfur.
Nilfur. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I know Jack has more questions than me.
Hi, my name's Jack Finnegan.
I'm Luis Lopez.
Yeah. So,
Who are you?
I'm Jimmy motherfucking Peoples. Jimmy motherfucking Peoples. I love talking to myself and saying my name.
Yeah.
Hey, do you talk in third person?
That's healthy.
I got a good
I
third
do.
person crazy name.
I say we.
We?
Yeah.
You say, so
Or
you're in the
my-
mirror, you like, so we're going to get dressed in the morning? You said, I like saying my name. I say
Yeah.
my name. I got like, Jimmy, we got to fucking get this shit together, Jimmy.
Yeah.
And I say it a lot. And I sit on the train. You ever look in the train mirror so you can see yourself and then forget these people? Yeah, it's crazy. I hear myself saying it.
I only ever talk to myself when I'm mad at myself.
Yeah.
And I call myself like a bitch. I'm like,
No.
come here, bitch, just figure it out. And then you just like end up figuring
In
it
the
out.
mirror.
Huh?
Like,
Or
figure
just
it
like
out,
in my
bitch.
head, like on the train, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, why are you such a fucking cunt? Just figure things
Do your hands like that? Is that your hands? Like, motherfucking cunt?
No. But I did almost yell at the lady on the train today. It bothers me. I couldn't do it because she was Asian. It would have been a racial thing.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Well, do you talk to yourself?
Yeah, I
I
do.
feel like you'd be the
I
worst
like
one
hype
at it.
myself out.
Really?
Like, I mean, I hype myself up. Like, I'll look in the mirror and be like, let's go, Jack. Yeah, like that. And then I clap and then I go out.
And this is what you get when you hype yourself up.
Let's go, Jack.
This is
Fucking go.
This is you put together.
I do that. I just say, like, let's go. And then I, like, clap or snap and something. And then I leave my bathroom and get on with my day.
No, but I just kind of live my life.
I just live my life.
I
That's
try to figure it
adorable.
out. Yeah, it's
Put your name on there when you get a chance.
the hashtag USA.
USA.
Oh, sorry, that's
Come on.
4, 5.
Dude, you've done 451 of these.
52 of these.
Yeah.
This is, 51 of them
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
52's not done yet. We might
Yeah.
not make it through. Yeah, weirdly, sadly, amazingly, something like that.
No,
Depends
dude,
on what
that's
day it
fucking
is.
dope, dude.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just add a little bit to it every time. What would you ask me before we started? You
What
said,
hosting site do you use for this?
I use Spreaker for this. I use Spreaker, and then it sends it to everywhere else.
Okay.
So until I find somebody says, "Well, you shouldn't use Spreaker for whatever," it works for me.
No, I just
Right
use Libsyn
now.
because it's the cheapest one.
Which one? I tried that, but then it was I have dummy eyes, so there's people who use like Microsoft, people who use
Mhm.
Apple.
Yeah.
So Spreaker's like it's
I
dumbed
get what
down
you mean.
for me.
Oh,
So it's
yeah,
like
I
do
see.
this and press this and you're good. Libsyn is like it's like Reddit to me. It's like it's too much reading. I can't figure this out.
I can see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
But once you're in it, you
And
can
it's
figure
called
it out.
Libsyn. That's a stupid fucking name.
Yeah, but I don't even...
Does it stand for something?
No, it's just...
Who
It's just
cares? It's
Libsyn?
fucking
I think
dumb.
it's probably like
Libbsyn.
library system, something.
I just
Yeah.
feel like it's been around forever.
It's
Like,
always-
like Libsyn's been around since I was in like
Yeah.
middle school.
Probably
It's like
works
LimeWire.
perfect. It's probably the best
Yeah,
one.
yeah, but LimeWire died.
Yeah.
Libsyn's still here.
I had an unlimited LimeWire account, and they didn't what do you call it? They didn't
Flag it.
no, they didn't okay it. Like they were like, no, you didn't have unlimited. I said, I remember buying the unlimited, the lifetime membership
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, wow.
because it's like $19.
Oh, wow. That's
They have it for
great.
a lifetime?
Wow.
I was in college. I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting a lifetime now.
Holy
And
yeah.
crap.
this is an investment for the future.
Was that when LimeWire was still like sort of illegal, or was that when LimeWire tried to like turn it? Remember, because LimeWire tried to get
right
like
before they
legit.
turned.
Right before they turned?
This is in the 90s, so it was like
The 90s, Jesus.
we
Wait,
were like
so-
hacking shit. We were like downloading shit
Yeah.
and then like selling. I remember we got the first Biggie album, Like not the first big album, The Life After Death. Right after he died, they like bootlegged it, so we downloaded it, and made a bunch of copies, and selling CDs on camera.
Yeah, they have a business. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Like, what's and then we ate good that week.
Yeah.
No college student. We're like, yeah, we got Life After Death. I shouldn't say that on the podcast, but whatever.
Yeah, no.
Here we
Yeah,
are.
Pretty sure I owe Diddy $300.
I don't think he's gonna miss it. I think he'll be fine.
I think he'll be all right.
$300.
It would be worth it to see.
It's not alright. It's just like, I knew it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, you want to do the pod?
Yeah, you want to
Did you want to
fucking
do
make
the pod?
money?
Dude, you can go first. Mike.
Go first.
Yeah.
Do some time.
Yeah, he'll try stand up.
Nilfur, do your origin story. Where you from? What do you do? Introduce yourself to the city.
I'm from Turkey. I was born and raised in Ankara, and then
What is that?
it's the capital.
Capital of Turkey?
Got it.
That's a trivia question. You guys know?
Yeah.
I thought it was the
I would have guessed
Not
Istanbul.
Istanbul.
I would have
Shit.
guessed Istanbul.
It's like our DC in
Okay.
New York. And then I went to an American school, so I've been speaking since I was like 4. Speaking English since I was like 4. Clearly, still not great
you
at
think
it.
you'd be better.
And then in high school,
This English is fucking terrible.
I went to 3 different high schools. Went to New Jersey for a year, and then went back to Turkey, different high school. Then did master's and undergrad in Savannah, Georgia.
Nice.
And then here
How
I
fun
am.
was that?
It was great.
Okay.
I loved it.
What was your moment when you decided to do comedy? What was the thing?
I have a whole story about it.
Yeah, that.
All right.
Let's do it.
It's not... Okay, so I had been talking about it for a while, and I got into my master's program wanting to do a female-hosted late-night talk show. And then the Nilfur show, we did it. And then I was really sad on spring break, and I was binge watching the Chris Gethard show on YouTube, but like the PBS.
How long ago?
Like the local,
It's 2.5.
the local, what's it called? Public TV version?
Yeah. Public access,
Yeah.
yes. And you can like just binge those, but like the viewers they had for those episodes were like very depressed people, I think, at the time, like 30 viewers or something. And then one episode he was just like, just go do whatever you want to do. Like if you want to do stand-up, go to an open mic. And I was like, you're right, Chris. And then I went to a coffee shop with my friend, and I was telling her about it. And then one of her friends sat with us, and she was like, yeah, I'm going to Chuck's open mic tomorrow. I was like, I'll be there. And she was like, me too. And then I went there. She wasn't there. And then I didn't stop.
Just got on.
Yeah.
Shit, nice. Wow. Chris Gethard.
That was
your
the-
inspiration.
How long ago was that?
Yeah, that
2
was like
years
the
ago.
push. Yeah, March 2017.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
you always know the date. That's so cool. Yeah. Fuck.
October 12th.
Yeah.
Your date?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
12th?
coming up.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
How long
2 years.
2
did you
years.
start in New York?
The first one was at Greenwich Village Comedy Club.
See?
Really?
Yeah, with Ricky Sofer.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Because that room,
remember that.
that room is hard now.
Mhm.
And it was
Oh,
just so...
I don't even do it.
It was
That's
so-
when she first started. She had just came back from New York to New York.
Oh, I have no idea, but yeah, that was my first one. It was really bad, and then I must have. I'm sure I
Was
bombed.
it bad?
I'm sure I bombed, but at the time I was like, that wasn't that bad. But I'm sure it was just
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
And then I did it like kind of sporadically, like a couple times a week or whatever. And then I did one at. You remember when New York Comedy Club on 4th Street used to be Eastville?
Mm-hmm.
I went to that mic, and that mic was god awful. Like I went and I bombed so bad right before winter break because I was still in NYU that I went home and I was like, I quit, never do it again.
Really?
Yeah, and then I came back from winter break. I was like, I'll do it again, and then then you start ramping it up.
Yeah.
Like, later.
Because
and
in
later,
Eastville,
right?
you would bomb with an echo.
Oh
The
yeah.
room was so badly set up, and it was
bad.
so huge that it would just sound like you were bombing in a
But now
cavern.
the New York mic there is pretty good.
Oh, great,
The Thursday
yeah.
one there is good. The one on 24th is awful.
Yeah, and Lone Bird does one there on Fridays. It's pretty good too.
Yeah. But the shows there
We're
are
not plugging all this
spectacular.
shit.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know where we're going. I was
You
gonna
know,
let
comics
you guys
always
go.
tend to do that. Do you notice that though? Like, it's like comic small talk is just Mike small talk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Depends on
It's
what level
like-
you're on.
Yeah, exactly.
There's like a high level. It's like, did you do the Eagle Stadium?
Yeah.
It's like 4 guys
Yeah.
that just.
You know what the problem with arenas is?
Yeah.
This is why I like theaters more.
Yeah, where's the cut? Like, how when you go up, do you start back from the bottom, or
Okay.
you do different planets now, or
Different planets.
Yeah, now it's Netflix deals.
Yeah,
right?
dude. No, I think the stadium's still more impressive.
Than a Netflix deal?
Yeah, because
Now
like,
it's money. It's like no. You only got $25 million for Netflix.
they're like 4 people that get that much money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, everyone else
That's
is,
the cusp. After
everyone's
these
like,
stadiums,
fine.
you got to do. I don't know.
I don't know,
No?
but I just remember Kevin Hart said Eagle Stadium was like 50,000 people.
The Eagles. It's not
That
even
is
called Eagle
disgusting.
Stadium. It's a financial field.
Oh well,
Is it
I
financial field?
hate that. I hate that everything's that.
They
thing
changed
now.
it.
Yeah,
They did have a Giant Stadium too. I still call it Giant Stadium.
yeah, exactly.
Is it Giant Stadium?
No, it's MetLife. Now.
It's MetLife.
Yeah.
But when I was great, it used to be Giant Stadium.
I wish they would do. I had an idea for them. They were going to do it for like a hot minute for brands to buy subway stations.
Oh, that's
You
smart.
know, so that and then they whatever like Sprint 42nd Street or and they were going to do it for a hot minute. They were going to do it. And
Yeah.
they were like, no, we don't want the brands to.
No, you don't want that.
And plus, it'd just be confusing. Dude, where's the train? Canal Street.
Well,
Fucking, that's
no, it'd
AT&T
be like
now.
Canal. It'd be Canal Street sponsored by AT&T.
Yeah.
I
you know?
guess. I don't know. There's
And
so
then
much.
like
you don't
the-
want to.
Enough with the ads.
You don't want to have like
Bothers me.
private businesses own like public things.
Oh, that's a good.
Why-
That's like
why
the
is that?
problem.
Because
That's like,
because if
it's
you're AT&T
monopolized.
and you sponsor like the 14th Street station and that's where everybody gets stabbed, then AT&T is with a bad name.
No, that's not why.
That's
Yeah.
definitely
It's
why.
having too much power.
No, yeah, you're right. We don't want to give them too much power.
You're not going to be able to monetize the power if you do it like that. You know,
It would creep. It's like very Black Mirror in a way.
That's
Yeah.
why
Like, that
like,
would creep me out a
rich
little bit.
people can't like. This is probably not completely right,
Uh-huh.
but like, if you're like really really rich and you want to like donate to a cause, you can't donate that much or something.
There's a limit.
Yeah, because like then
They
you would
have,
have like too much power. I don't. fucking
Well, you get
know.
tax write-offs for donations, so there might be a limit on like how much like tax exemption you get.
Oh,
I
maybe
don't know.
that's
That's a complete.
But
that
like
is
just because like
bullshitting
you're
out
the
of my mouth,
richest
that-
person
Yeah.
doesn't mean you can end poverty.
I'm glad we're all comics and we don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I know.
Yeah.
Problem of society.
I already regret it.
They exactly know what they're talking about.
Do you know anything about Blizzard, like the video game company?
I just saw that. I don't know. What
I
the
saw
fuck.
like a bunch of things on Reddit that apparently, like, something about Hong Kong and China, and now they're censoring a bunch of stuff. Like, it's a whole thing. I don't know what's going on there, but it seems fucked up.
They kicked out a player for.
Yeah, boom.
They kicked
Holding
out a
up,
player in one of
yeah.
their competitions for for like speaking out in favor of the Hong Kong protests.
Yeah. I don't know, but all sorts of things. That is very Black Mirror-ish, the Hong Kong censorship with China thing, and now the NBA is
Oh,
not talking
that's-
about it because they
yeah.
have a league there, and it's a whole thing. I don't know.
It scares the shit out of me.
Why?
China just creeps me out. It's like one of I love traveling. It's one of those places I have no desire to go
I
to.
have no.
Dude, they're
no-
killing
Yeah, I
Muslims.
mean, they're killing Muslims.
That's
Oh, no,
why-
no.
They have like secret.
They're killing Muslims.
Yeah, that's why
Because
I'm
they're
Dude,
very, like-
they got concentration
Pretty sure.
camps.
Yeah, they got like secret camps and shit. Like it's
Genocide.
Pretty sure
scary.
they
as
do.
hell.
We do too. We probably got
No,
some
like
worse
Not
they're
in the
like
same way.
exiling people out of
Really?
the city and like killing Turks.
Mhm.
God damn.
With, yeah.
I don't know. And they own so much of it. They invest so much
They
in like
own
other
everything.
companies. So like
Allegedly.
Reddit is like heavily owned by China, so they won't censor certain things.
Me, or that I feel like they're gonna send a message out one day, and then all these Chinese food restaurants are gonna turn like they're gonna pull guns out and shit.
They're gonna activate.
Yeah, they're gonna activate.
Activate.
I was like, there's too many for them not to
Plotting something.
Yeah, it's just not. It
You think
can't
they're all
just be food.
connected?
It can't not be just food.
This is
Right?
This is the most
I-
like loosest
It's
conspiracy
over.
theory of all time.
That's what this podcast is for. So Jim can sound like
It is a loose ass
Yeah.
Here's my theory.
It'd be funny if it wasn't like if it was like France did that with like Pret a Manger or whatever the fuck, like all those
Oh,
little
yeah,
places. Like that Pret, I can't pronounce it. Like
Predator manager, yeah.
that,
Predator
like
manager.
if that place was
Pret a
activated,
Manger?
that'd be weird.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Like really
Target.
sophisticated dudes with like coffee just
Yeah.
start attacking everyone.
The only
I think
conspiracy-
everybody has a war, and it's in the
Yeah.
restaurants.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, hell yeah. Fucking Christians, I don't know.
Dude, the
I
only
don't know.
conspiracy theory I have with Chinese people is that on Bowery Street, there's like 14 light stores in a row. Like places to
Like
just buy
lighting?
light bulbs,
Yeah.
chandeliers. I'm like, there's no way these are all just selling lights.
Absolutely. Like, who's
Who's
buying all
buying
these
this
fucking
many
lights?
likes? Yeah.
When I see
And
like,
they're all
weird
right there.
niche stores like that,
Yeah.
like frame stores, like who's framing this many pictures?
Exactly. How are you in business?
No,
Yeah.
fuck that.
It's
Yeah.
that's why I
there's
don't
like
hang
strip
around.
malls in Jersey of like just the weirdest stores. Like,
Yeah.
there's a random shoe store. Nobody goes to shoe stores anymore. Like shoe
stores?
repair?
Yeah.
In the middle of Jersey, though. It's like a strip mall. Like, what fucking...
And I'm sure they're losing money, but they're still around.
And they're always open. It's just one guy just fixing the same shoe. It's like...
He's been fixing it for 40 years.
There's one store that keeps changing names. Like, it was a Dominican cake store. It was like it's Dominican something. It's Dominican pizza shop. Never opened. They just keep changing the awning on the store. And I was like, that's a front for something. And there's cameras in it. It's like, nobody's going in this fucking store.
There's fronts. My hometown, our downtown is literally owned by like a slumlord from Newark.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 hot dog stores that I don't know anyone who's ever eaten a hot dog there.
Yeah.
Just fucking Jersey. Of course not. Sketchy shit.
Come
on in.
Guys.
There's some that make sense.
Entrance.
Like there's
we're here.
They heard us.
Those guys look like spies.
Yeah, they heard us talking shit about the light stores. Now they hear us shut us up.
I love all these 2 p.m.
They're the
beers
agents.
y'all got.
Don't touch the cone.
Yeah,
don't touch the cone. He didn't even see the cone before he said that.
Don't touch it. I don't know. I told you to touch it.
I respect
everyone
shit out of that.
Huh?
Thank you.
Because she was like, I love all the 2 p.m. beers you guys got. And then she's like, but I have Bailey's in that.
Yeah, alcohol? You're a fucking European?
Yeah.
Coffee
Don't they look like they
baby?
chased Jason Bourne around the city?
Yeah.
Just the guys. No, just random.
Not even the main bad
No,
guys.
not even main bad guys.
You guys,
They just got activated.
you guys are
like,
B-movie henchmen.
Or they were the guys who were waiting outside because they thought it would go down fine. And then Jason Bourne like pops out a window and beats their ass too.
Yeah.
He's like, there he is right there.
I'm sure you're all great. Both of you. Yeah, no, right. I like it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to assume that.
Yeah.
No, you don't
We
vouch
don't.
for anybody in this shit. Hell no. Fuck no. What else is going on? I read my quick news. You ever hear the fish? That's how you know we hit a low.
I have a question for
Okay,
you.
I like that. Let's do it.
It
Save
might be too personal.
Oh shit!
Can I?
Yeah,
Okay.
fucking do it.
So yesterday, your set, I caught like the second half of it.
Yeah.
I have 2 questions. One
Okay.
and then a follow-up question.
First
First question.
That's one question.
So you bang your clients?
No. God damn. No.
Soft yes. Okay.
So after I have not while I'm training them.
After you work with
Yeah,
them.
after maybe.
So okay, and then so you said, and I was like thinking, I wonder if he bangs comics, or is this, or you know?
No, not maybe out of town comics. Not
ones you're gonna see around.
Yeah, see around.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Do you deny a lot of clients?
Like,
do you get?
So you
Depends,
can fuck
not
like-
anymore, but yeah.
But do people did they give you the signal a lot, and then you're like, just keep doing push-ups, or what? Do you know what I mean?
It
Like, do you have
depends
to-
on the time, and no, if I'm training them and they're paying me, it's a hard.
No, I know you're not, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, do they try to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I tell them the line. I was like, either we train or bang. It's one or the other.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
So
hot.
it's, you know.
That should be your
Yeah,
t-shirt.
that's
Trainer bang. I'll come it down. Trainer hang.
yeah.
Trainer bang.
Yes.
Pick one.
Good brand.
Can't
Do you ever? You've trained like a few comics, though, right? For like
Yeah,
one
a
or
few
2
couple
sessions,
times.
something. Yeah. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Have any of them gotten jacked yet?
No,
Yeah,
they're
of course.
bitches.
Yeah.
Comics generally. I train. I do comedy consulting with a couple guys once in a while. So we'll train and talk about their jokes, which I was trying to turn into like a niche.
Like
Yeah.
while you're working
Yeah,
out.
we're working out, and then we'll like really talk about it for like 10, 15 minutes after the session.
Interesting.
And then,
Very
I'm trying to see
interesting.
if it was a thing.
Was
Do you
it
come
not?
up with bits while you're working out? Because when I go running, I
Yeah,
sometimes
also-
come up with shit.
Yeah,
Because it clears your
Of
head.
course.
It's nice.
of course, you're in the gym, and then you're talking through sets, and then they'll say something, and I always come with shit in the gym. My 2 favorite places is to because it's your normal day, you know. So
Right.
you're gonna see funny shit, but training and waiting tables is probably the best places I found to do to get material.
Yeah.
You know?
I think a lot on the train now. It sucks because I
and
love
the train, whatever your daily
Yeah.
activity is,
because it's like an hour to get to work or something. It's like a big commute,
Yeah.
and I usually listen to podcasts, but I'm like, I'm not even thinking. I'm just like absorbing things, which isn't
Right. It's
fun.
just noisy.
Yeah, so I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna like play like music that doesn't have any lyrics and try to like think. You know, when you just think and you count that as writing.
Mhm.
And I'm like, all right, and then like sometimes like once in a blue moon you'll actually think of something and that develops into something.
Right.
But no, I can't. I don't ever think of bits while I'm working out because I'm more just like trying to hate myself, so kind of inspire.
They usually come because I like talking about like news and current events and shit, and I can always see the difference between when I train somebody. They'll be in front of the TVs in the morning, and it'll be like the morning news. And the morning news isn't edited, so it's like the early guy who gets in and he's like, "Hey, guy got shot in the face and butt naked," and then by the time we get it at like 4:00, it's like it's edited.
Yeah,
it's like,
That's
man was killed.
Yeah.
But it's completely different news before 6:00.
Because I work in news in the morning, so like, I get the unedited. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
I get. Yeah, well, I never see it later.
Weird shit. It's like we can't say that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Well, it's interesting because the narrative on the news changes over the course of the day.
Like, people are like, wait, it's like guys without their cough, and he was like, yeah, just fucking, I don't care. And he's like, oh shit, did we put that out? And then by the end of the day, it's like, everybody's awake, and they're,
News makes me sad.
Yeah. I'm getting the local news. This local news shit that I'm getting.
Dude, Turkey's going into war.
Nobody cares.
Everyone.
People should though. I've been watching that. It really sucks.
Everyone's at war.
I keep when I hear Turkey, Syria,
that whole part of the world.
Yeah, it's like
we're never going to figure it out.
Turkey.
Trump added Turkey.
He
made a
country.
country.
So delicious. I mean, you can't say Turkey without being like, is it lunch? Is it lunchtime? What kind of honey glazed? Or
I know I get that a lot. The best one I always get some sort of joke about it, but the best one I got was I hooked up with this guy in Denver, and afterwards his friends were like, "Did you make that turkey gobble?"
Oh shit!
I was like, "That's good."
Good. I guess.
Dirty.
I don't know.
It's
fine.
Did, so.
There you go.
I was so excited to make that joke. That loaded for so long. It was just like,
yeah.
I'm never going to Turkey. Never.
Why?
I almost did.
Just
when I was studying abroad. I wanted to.
Me leaving this country, it has to be.
You've never left the country?
No, I never left.
Oh, really?
Dude.
I have no interest.
You
Really?
should not be proud
There's
of
not
that.
one. There's not one.
That's like
country you want to
not
go to?
reading a book and being okay with
I don't
not
give a
reading.
shit.
Are you from New York?
I don't give a. Yeah, I'm from the Bronx. And then
Have you traveled around the country?
a little bit.
Jimmy hasn't left like a 3-hour radius of this place.
Yeah.
You really have no desire?
I have no interest in it.
Huh.
Dude.
No.
It's the best.
No.
About road
Is
work?
it?
Yeah.
No. For you? I gotta research how to
You
treat
gotta
black
broaden
people.
your perspective.
No.
That's actually something I've never thought of.
Yeah.
Like how to.
But that's
If they say
How to
if
treat
you haven't
black
paid
people.
your taxes, they're not gonna let you back in the country if you haven't paid your taxes.
oh, okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
So you have different.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just-
that's true?
I don't know.
I don't think that's true.
I said it.
Well, if you don't pay your... Yeah, I guess if you're...
I mean, they
Because that
would
makes you a
know,
felon, and then if
yeah.
you're a felon,
Yeah.
you can't come back and
Yeah.
well,
I don't know.
that's fair.
I go with some goofy ass girl who wants to set me up in her country. Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Wait, why is it girl related?
Because
Why can't you just
it's
go
me.
find
It's always
yourself?
going to be girl related. I'm
Find
not
yourself.
going there to find myself. Black guys don't find themselves.
Oh, you would slay in other countries.
I probably would,
You would
but that's why
slay.
I wait for them to come here and I slay
Slay.
here. It's
Yeah.
safe.
It's so American of you.
I know it is.
Yeah.
I know. I hear myself.
But like, I get it. Like being in America and being in New York, it really
Yeah.
feels like why would I?
it's like I'm punching down. I feel like.
Going anywhere else?
Yeah, the only place that I can imagine that's probably better than New York is Tokyo. Yeah?
Tokyo's
Wow.
a lot of fun. Tokyo's
Fair
very
or no?
Oh, well,
But it's not about
It's interesting-
better or
Better?
worse.
Yeah, hell
It
yeah,
is,
it
though.
is. Hell
It
yeah.
is, though.
Hell
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I don't want to go to a
But
I'm not
country.
gonna go to. I'm not gonna go
But
to.
you're not
What's the
gonna
boring
go-
place?
I wanna go
Wyoming.
to-
Die. You're not going to like
I'm with
die
you.
somewhere else.
Yeah, but I am
Bro.
gonna waste time over
You're-
there. I've only gone to cool places. Like I went to Paris. I went to London. I went to Tokyo.
Okay.
I've never gone
But
anywhere.
did you
boring.
go there because it was going to be better than New York? You
Yeah.
go there
Yeah,
because
or
it's
equal.
different.
No, better or equal.
Yeah, better equal.
Paris overrated.
That
Better
is
equal.
the wrong perspective.
I will say New York. I will say this: you need to have because New York does ruin your fucking.
It does.
It not because it's
Spoiled.
better,
It's
but
spoiled.
because you're not going to find something as big as New York. Because even London,
Right.
I lived in London for 6 months. It's built
It's
out, not
desensitized.
up. Like because New York's on an island, nothing else is built up.
Yeah.
So there's nothing else that looks like that.
Hong Kong is like that. I was there for
again,
a
not
week.
going to China.
It's literally
but Hong Kong actually
straight up.
It's a little not
because they're like 3 different islands and they just like apartment buildings are like skyscrapers.
Yeah,
so like
massive.
And there's nature too. It's
like in Hong Kong, really?
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
Places don't do it. People do it for me. People. When I see meet a new person that
even more reason to go abroad.
Yeah, so that's an argument to travel then, because a new person in America is not going to be as new as a new person in fucking Barcelona.
That's what dating apps are for. When that person comes here, I snag her up and we hang out.
But then there are people like you know, that will never leave their country. So if you left, you could meet people who would have never left their country. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're clearly not going to be convinced by any argument.
Unless comedy takes me, I probably won't.
Oh.
That's my thing too. I'm like,
I need my name to go first.
That's how I feel about LA.
Yeah.
I've never been out there.
I've been to LA.
I want to live in LA for like 3 months.
I want
to be bi-coastal.
Sounds fucking awful.
Yeah,
yeah, me too. I really do.
But I want my name. Awesome. I want my name to travel there first. I want them to say, "Oh, Jimmy's here. Let's take care of this guy," instead of being like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
I think
put
sometimes
him at the end of the list.
I think sometimes you have to go though, and then
Mara. Yeah.
I walked in 20 seconds ago.
I saw you, but I was in thought. I think I was in. I know I saw you.
That's tough for you. I know.
Yeah.
But
I know.
I know how it goes.
What are you saying?
I think sometimes you got to like go somewhere with even like without a name, because then once you like do well and you perform well there, then the next time you go back there, like, oh yeah, dude, that guy's funny, and then they put you on stuff. So that's what I did with like Philadelphia. Like I went and there was like one like really solid mic, and because there were 2, and one of them was fucking terrible. Another Fergie's, I think on a Sunday or something, and it was, I think that's like the only good mic that day. So there were like 60 comedians there.
It's like one a day, maybe 2 a day.
Because I did one at like a shitty bar, and it was just god awful, and I was like, all right, I bombed here. And then I went to that second one, and it was literally 60 people probably, and none of them had heard my stuff because I was from out of town, and I did really well. So then someone reached out to me again. They're like, hey, you should come do like you should come do like my show. So I went back again, and I got like did that. So now the more you go back, the more network you have, right? Because now people that were on the show are like, dude, you're good, come do my thing later.
That's how Atlanta was for me.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do that like in Philly, and then like in Boston, and then like to the surrounding areas.
Yeah, I haven't really done comedy outside of New York since I started.
You should. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and then you do like real rooms, and you kill.
Yeah, I know. That's why because I started in Madison, Wisconsin.
You kill.
Wisconsin?
Kill with the
Wisconsin has a really good scene.
Madison has they have a
Comedy on State, and what's the other one?
Second like I ever did. That's the only comedy club in Madison.
Okay, but Wisconsin has a good scene in general because
Milwaukee's got
Acme Comedy Club is really good.
Yep.
So Acme and Comedy on State,
Comedy
I hear
on
are good.
State is fucking amazing.
Dude, every comic that's worked it says it's like an amazing club.
When I started there, like the Wednesday mic there was if you got on it was kind of hard to get on. But if you got on, the room was 200 college kids. Because that was what kids would do on a Wednesday. So like
Wisconsin.
it was in Madison, Wisconsin, where I went to school.
That's probably fun.
Got
the shirt on.
Yeah, I haven't had a shirt on. Have you been to
I
Madison?
was there 2 summers ago. I lived there a little, I think.
You think?
Yes, I was like 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a cool city.
Yeah.
I like Madison.
Yeah,
I haven't been there in a while, but it's cool.
You know, the city sucks.
They have
St.
great
Louis.
comedy.
Wait,
Really?
I lied. Madison, Connecticut.
Madison, Connecticut.
very
Can't speak to Madison,
Yeah.
Connecticut.
No, Wisconsin, another Madison.
That's funny.
Oh, sorry.
Same. You tried to sneak St. Louis in there.
That's like saying Paris, Tennessee. Like,
I've heard
that's
St.
not the
Louis
same.
sucks, though.
St. Louis is fucking awful. That's the only place where I legitimately thought I was gonna die. Because like I was walking down the street and like it's August, right? So it's fucking stupid hot.
Yeah.
And it's like even hotter with the humidity and everything. And this guy's walking down the street in a trench coat, and I live like right on the border of like the good town, like with Whole Foods, and then the bad town with like Aldi. Okay. So like I was right there, and
I love Aldi.
I know, but it's because
it
was the cheaper place. Anyway, I was walking down like that road, and this guy in a trench coat. He's just walking down. I'm like, all right, that's weird. Why is he in a trench coat? And he reaches into his pocket. And he goes, hey. And he like goes in. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm about to die. And he pulls out a dog.
Oh my god!
He pulls out like a pit bull puppy.
All right, well then, is it the worst place on earth or the sweetest?
Because what kind of a person walks around with a dog? He goes, hey, N-word, you want to buy a puppy? I'm like, no, and he put it away and just kept walking.
Hey,
that sounds like utopia.
Yeah,
like you found that like drug dealers have now become puppy dealers.
That dog.
That's not a bad area. That's a great. Would you like to rescue a life, sir?
God, it's so
Welcome
bad.
to St.
Take
Louis.
these puppies.
I'd like to save this pommerdoodle.
And then one
Is that
time,
a species.
and then one time we were in an Uber and we were going somewhere, and I was talking to the Uber driver. I was like, hey, where you going? And she's like this, like bigger, older black woman. She's like, I'm going to a party later in East St. Louis. I'm like, cool, maybe we'll join you. And she laughed. She's like, honey, East St. Louis isn't for you. I'm like, okay, I get it.
She fucking knows.
Yeah, it's literally the deadliest city in the country right now.
Really?
Yeah. St. Louis used to be one
For humans,
and
puppies.
Puppies are killing it. And then
It's pit bull puppies.
they literally switched rankings. So one was 1 and one was 3 between St. Louis and East St. Louis, and now it's the other way around.
Wasn't it Camden for a while?
Yeah.
I have
Because
no
Camden
idea.
was up there.
Camden's always up there. Camden's in a class by itself.
Yeah. So my point is, don't go to St. Louis. Terrible fucking place.
Try to avoid.
Yeah. Anyway, other places.
No.
All right.
No. I wish they would bomb Newark already.
Wow.
Not Newark, just Newark Penn Station. I hate Newark Penn Station with a passion. I hate it.
They got comments. Who's dropping in?
Not common. James Pontillo, what's up?
Hey,
Oh,
He
hey,
can't
dude.
respond.
Hi, James.
James
I
is
know
over
that
it
guy.
already.
Sorry, I didn't
You
make
know
it to
the guy,
roast battle
you know,
last night,
James?
man. I got really tired and I fell asleep.
Is he still doing comedy? I have to be cool.
Yeah, dude. James books. He runs the roast battle at New York Comedy Club.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I was
Oh,
supposed to go
dog.
last night, but I'd work
I thought
early.
he's
so
choking
and
hot
I
dog by
apologize.
now.
I told him I was going to go.
So sad.
He
Did
was
you go
on
to the
Fifth
battle?
Borough Comedy
What?
Did you go to
Festival.
Was he?
the thing or no?
No, I couldn't. I got work really early.
I heard the main event was really
What
good.
James is productive. I thought he'd be dead way.
No, James isn't
Oh,
dead.
that's great.
James is
Yeah.
killing it.
It's a great thing to hear about yourself. It's like, oh, you thought I'd be dead by now.
Yeah, I thought you died. I thought you died. There's a few comics that you meet like, how's this guy still alive?
Dude, there's a few people like that.
Yeah, right? There's a few.
I see a guy like every day. He just looks like worse and worse. And,
Who?
like massive. I'm not
Name
gonna
his
say.
name. Say his name.
Nah. And
I'll
then
give you an extra minute. Say his name.
I don't want an extra.
Today
minute.
is Friday. It's Friday.
Dude, and it's every time I see him, I'm like, how are you not dead yet? Like, I think he has like severe like alcoholism and like depression and stuff. I'm like, dude, you're gonna croak.
Well, I also feel that way about like a lot of people in New York that just like walk by.
I know.
Like,
so the
you're
fact that
gonna
he
make it, huh?
stands out.
Yeah, like how are you
It's
still?
extra
Yeah.
bad.
How? What? Who?
More like how.
Who's
like,
H&R to this
and,
situation?
like, why? Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know.
It took a dark turn.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Welcome
Yeah.
to it. Welcome to. I don't know. I like seeing people turn their lives around. Like, oh shit, you got it together.
Yeah.
But then hearing the story of how they died, it's like, oh shit, you didn't
Yeah.
get it
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, no chance.
Well, you don't hear those stories.
Yeah, what?
You know,
A comic died a couple weeks ago. His name Adam Morris. He was an alcoholic, and they found him being boiled in his shower. And,
Oh wow.
wow.
Boiled.
Yeah, well,
'Cause
he
he
took
got
a
it.
hot shower
Yeah.
and then he probably passed out and he was drunk and not a funny guy, just a regular guy, just a guy. And
And he's boiled.
and they said
Adam
they
who?
found Adam Morris.
I don't even know.
And but the weird thing is, I thought I was watching the Comedy Central. Was it Comedy Central or the Comedy Cellar? The Comedy Cellar show that they have.
Yeah.
And there's a comic that looks like him, and I was like half asleep, and I was like, how the fuck did he get there? But then I heard that he died, and I was like, oh, that wasn't him. I was like, oh, the university's okay.
I like how you were like mad. Like, I'll see you up there. And then I was like, oh, it's
But
okay.
to myself, it was like, how the fuck?
It's like, okay, he's just dead. Okay, yeah, that's much better.
I thought he pulled it together for a minute. And
Yeah.
then the
He'd
other
have to
guy-
pull it together a lot
a lot, man.
to come back from the dead.
But he used to get on.
Not
He
just the
used
dead.
to show up at shows a lot. So it was
Okay.
and he said, yeah, I'm getting it together. I'm gonna go do this weed now. And
Well.
go. But yeah,
I'll see to Adam.
whatever. You're a comic?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, you are. This is the podcast. About to close this out.
This is it?
Is it? Yeah,
We didn't even talk anything
What else
personal
did you
yet.
want? What else did you want to say? You got 5 minutes. What you want to ask a personal question? Go ahead, do it.
No.
She already asked you if you bang your
You should ask
clients.
me. Yeah,
It's pretty-
I don't bang them.
Pretty
That's
personal.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Now we're supposed to
You can ask me a
get to
personal
know
question.
each other.
No, we're not.
We just talk. We just had to talk. I don't like get to know anybody.
We're not.
You want to ask a
Yeah.
question?
I
Yeah.
should ask a question.
Do it.
you ask
Say your
questions.
name. Yell your name because we're live on Facebook.
Awesome. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
My name is Brandon Scott.
Brandon Scott. Where you from, Brandon?
I was born in New York City.
Yeah,
but
you
I
were.
spent some time in the South.
Okay.
Is that prison?
No,
Some
gosh.
time. Right when you say spend some time.
It's okay. College is similar.
Yeah, that's what the fuck
I
I'm
can
talking
walk in
about.
and out.
What's up, Lee? Yeah, what was your question?
Gangsta. All right. So, and this is completely. You might have heard this before, but have you ever seen the movie Tenacious D, Pick a Destiny?
Yeah, a while ago.
Today what?
Tenacious D and the Pick and Destiny.
Oh yeah. I saw it.
Okay.
With the Jack Black.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
So let's say and Kyle Gass, the members of Tenacious.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say hypothetically you would have come upon an item of magical importance, possibly from the head or face of the devil. Would you do anything with it? And if so, what would you do with it?
To tell you have a lot of white friends.
I'm not going to lie, talk to about interdimensional beings. So
fuck.
You get to ask them, we
say your name again?
Okay,
Brandon Scott.
Then are you using Tenacious D as a cover, or do you know like an interdimensional being that would let me use one of their body parts to do shit with it?
Well, technically, we could have that could be for a much longer conversation. And if you ever wanted to summon something, but then I will tell you, things don't like their body parts being used against their will. Much like any other creature. That's fair. So, if you want your podcast to blow up, you should summon an interdimensional being. I'd be careful because
a good being. Is there already good beings? Why does it always have to be dark shit?
It's not always dark shit, but I have
an answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I would know. Wait, can you give me like a genre?
I feel like he's testing
because
us.
you know how like,
in Tenacious
D,
also
fuck
no.
part of it. So like, what would be the starting point?
I don't even trust
let's say
unlabeled water bottles. I'm not going to trust an interdimensional being.
Let's say technically you use the ability to make make whatever, a musical pick or a pencil.
Yeah,
maybe a book. Maybe you could turn it into something else. If you have another idea, you could add it to something. Let's say you want to be a race car driver, so you can put it a piece of the car. But let's say now the same thing.
I see what you're saying. It would be a pen because I'm a comic, so I try to write. So I'd make a pen
to write
out
good
of
jokes.
Really.
Okay.
Yeah, really need some.
He doesn't like that.
My second answer, honestly, my second answer was surfboard because I was thinking of the Silver Surfer. So if I can make like a surfboard that flies, that'd be pretty dope. That's it.
Okay.
Because then I could go anywhere.
Okay,
anywhere with water.
Wrong. It's your thing.
What would you do?
Well, technically, I'm 50-50 on it.
Okay.
If I had to use a piece of, the devil's head and a musician.
Why does it got to go to the devil? God damn it.
It doesn't have to go to the devil, but technically,
that's your thing.
Let's say I tried to use a unicorn's horn, but it would be unlucky. If you tried to rob a leprechaun.
Is it unlucky?
Yes. If unicorns are actually, they'll stab you. They'll stab you.
Fact.
Really?
They're very stabby. So,
they only have one thing.
Well, no, they're technically very vicious anyway. So if you take one's horn, it will. Even if you kill it, the spear kind of. Yeah, Harry Potter says the same thing. So but then again, they're all possibly fictitious, and maybe this is all bullshit, and people shouldn't do so much.
I would love a knife with a unicorn's horn.
That's the number one.
I wouldn't use it, but it'd be dope.
Like Labyrinth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just put wings on a pit bull. That's all.
I would ignore most things.
Yeah, I want a flying pit bull just to hang out with me. Like a flying pit bull puppy.
Why?
Because it's cool as shit.
That sounds cool.
That is pretty cool.
That was
if I already get enough girls who were like, hey, who's the dog on your shoulder? If he had wings, and it was just like...
Wait, you already carry a dog on your shoulder?
I did. I on my
he obviously does. Look at him.
I had a friend's dog, and I put it on my shoulder. He just had big ears, and I was like, if he had wings, cool shit.
And he would just chill there?
Just chill. Put it on my shoulder. A little mini pin, maybe.
And you would pick up
with
that?
wings.
That's a funny way to pick up girls. That's awesome.
They were like, oh, who's the mini pin with? All right, we got to wrap this up.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Shit, Brandon.
That was awesome, Brandon.
Thank you, dude. You can come anytime. Come on Saturday. Just no acid. I'm just fucking with you. You're amazing. Have a seat. We're going to close this out.
All right.
Nice. Ending it as weird as we should. This is perfect. Tell them where they can find you. Boom.
You can.
You're in New York.
That's great.
I need a website. I need a Pinterest account. I need Instagram. I need TikTok.
You got everything figured out for this comedy thing.
Right?
How do we book you? You can't.
I just deleted TikTok from my page.
It's Nilfur on Twitter.
Nilfur. See Twitter. Nilfur. You're like a missing character from How to Train Your Dragons. I'm here all day.
I don't get that. Hell yeah.
Because they got like the weird Viking names, right? Nilfur. And
Yennefer.
Right?
It's a Witcher, right? Yennefer?
Is that a Witcher?
Mm-hmm.
I hate that's coming out. I don't like it already. Tell me where you can find it.
J Finnegan Comedy on Instagram.
Who's eating? What are you eating? Dumplings or you know what all right. I want to get we don't have time for this. Steamed pork
buns.
Because I just saw Abominable and the grandma was making steamed pork buns. I was like, I've never had those.
You never have steamed
I've
pork
never had steamed pork. I was like, how do you eat those without making?
Kevin.
It's like a giant
Kevin.
Hey, Kevin! What's up, Kevin?
Kevin, on the low, this is your biggest fan. Every time you come in the room, it's like, Kevin's here.
I am afraid of it.
It's like, yo.
Callback.
Why
Call back to yes.
Yes, it came in when I was on
You're okay.
Did you say we could find you?
Yeah, Jay Finnegan Comedy on Instagram.
Hey,
check it out. What's up?
You got a website?
No, just Jay Instagram.
Okay,
Right.
go.
It's Luis Lopez is here on Instagram and Twitter, LuisLopezComedy.com, and I'm going to be at QED at 11 on Saturday. Please show up.
Yeah! All right, it's another episode of People's Mics, episode 452. You can find it on iHeartRadio, Spotify, JimPeoples.com, wherever you can find podcasts. We're every day, let me not fuck this up, Monday to Friday at Otto's Shrunken Head at 2:15 for the podcast and 3 o'clock for the open mic. Today is Friday, so we go live on Facebook, so we'll stop this and reset it, and we'll go live on Facebook, and it's the 1 minute mic, so it's $5 for 1 minute. You have to charge because I'm a monster, but if you get 6 laughs in that first minute, you earn your next minute up to 5 minutes. If you make it to 5 minutes, you get another 5 minutes and a free mic. So that's the goal of Friday. So you had all week to work on your material. Now we're going to see if anything works, which probably won't. But challenge. I hope you accept it. A lot of people are here today, so we're gonna have fun. Tomorrow we're at Niagara at 4:30 for the podcast, 5:30 for the open mic. And thank you guys for hanging out. And we'll be back tomorrow. Bye. Peace. Put it in it.